So this is the Cozy Couch Chatter, and this is where it gets real to talk about just everything. So here we will be talking about spiritual healing, women empowerment, black empowerment, and just everything. So it will get real here, and y'all just get ready. Um, So, on this episode, we will be digging into a few different topics. The first topic will be just something to bring us to spirits, get us into a good mood. That's just going to be like, y'all going to see. But the main dish is going to be toxic parents. So, everyone get ready for that. Um, Toxic parents, I have a lot of research on that. It's going to be crazy. But most importantly, like I said, the show is to just bring enlightenment to everyone because we got to understand that it's something bigger going on here. We don't realize the masses are out to get us for real. Um, Even like every day, you don't understand what's really going on. So, for this enlightenment session, I just want to talk about Memorial Day. That weekend just passed. That's typically like the last Monday of May. So, with that being said, we all brainwashed to think that I'm good. We all brainwashed to think that, like, we are supposed to honor the veterans because they served. And no shade to the veterans, we are supposed to do that because we live in America, I guess. I'm not going to say what I want to say. So, like I was saying, Memorial Day, we all honor the veterans, and it's a tradition that's been going on for years. And it first started in well, not 19, but 1868. And the Civil War was just ending, and the Union veterans had established what they call Decoration Day. And Decoration Day was a day where they went out and placed flowers and wreaths and that kind of things um, on the grave sites of the dead veterans. So that was going on many years, but but before 1868 and 1865, they don't tell us that the Union soldiers actually started the tradition, and it's validated by David Blight, a historian at Yale, and he found traces that goes back to 1865, like I said, with the Union soldiers, where they commemorated the free black Americans. And what they did was they would meet in the race course and the jockey clubs, and they would dig up the, I'm sorry, my head all over the place. They digged up the dead 20,000 soldiers that were buried there, and the General John Logan, he gave a speech or whatever. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm all over the place, but I got my notes. I'm sorry. But so on this Decoration Day, they dug up the 20,000 Union and Confederate soldiers that was dead, and they just partied. And we don't understand that this was our tradition. Black African American people who did this, they marched and they celebrated because we fought in the war, even though we weren't accepted in the country. We was treated as like two-thirds of a person. We didn't mean anything, and it just like baffled me to know that like our people really did this. We fought for our country, and we're not doing that right now. We really have to get into this and really take back what's ours, because the people in the South, they didn't even want to adapt to this. They didn't take this on, and they still haven't took this on. Like, we don't understand that we live here in DC and we think everything all peaches and cream, but once we cross the border and go into the real world, you'll understand, you'll see what's really going on. Like, the South, like I said, still don't honor the holiday, because again, it was to honor the dead. And I'm not gonna say that it honored the Union soldiers, because that's not what it was about. It was to honor all soldiers who died. And after the World War One, and when that was over, let me get the right year so y'all won't be on me about that. So when that was over, not the World War, no, that's right. So yeah, the World War One is when they actually decided to make it law. So it was like after that, in 1968, that's when they had the Holiday Act. It's called Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which established Memorial Day as the last Monday in May, and that which created the 3-day weekend for federal workers, and that again happened in 1971. So it's just crazy to know, like, we really went through a lot. And even today, they say that black Americans are overrepresented in the military, accounting for 16.5% of service members, while we only constitute 12, I'm sorry, 12.2% of the U.S. population. So technically, we putting ourselves more into the military than we even exist. Like, how is that possible? But they got that propaganda when you watching TV, and they tell you join the military, because why? You're gonna get the good benefits, and your family gonna be taken care of, and you're gonna see the country. But I mean, it's a lot that's going to come with it. They don't treat you for the mental health and everything else that you encounter when you get out. Yeah, they take care of you, but I mean, I'm not even going to shade the VA. That's that. So, like I said, today um, we, I guess, honor the holiday. Really, we don't celebrate it like it's supposed to. People don't even know that on that day at 3 p.m. we are supposed to take a pause, and that's federal law. Like, but yeah, we out at the cookout eating, because why? They teach us that, but really the holiday is to honor our people. And I know we have some people in your family that may have been in the army, that we should really, I guess, honor. Um, I think I should probably bring y'all on, because yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to a break, because I just need to bring my guests on. So when I come back, I'll be here live with Trilla and live with Miss T.
that's us, boo. Came through with that new thing, see, I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now, I'm just too on. Maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in this bitch. Overseas, getting Benz, no Mercedes in this bitch. We made the album 9 months, had a baby in this bitch. I'm with your babe, on the run, like I'm Jay-Z in this bitch. I don't smoke a lot, but I get green. But ball out, no SBs. I caught you out, you got serving that beat stop, no step team. I came through and that's real shit. No, Novocaine, but I feel this. Feel the kid when I feel banks. I still be spitting that Will Smith. I shut it down, we do that. Hell yeah, we knew that. Yo, girl, give me them crazy eyes. Oranges, that new black. Cold out, so I'm think about it. Stress me out, so I drink about it. They talk a lot, but it's all good, so it's too real. Don't think about it.
She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. Came up as a church boy with my dukes on weekends. Waking up at like 6, man, you don't get paid if you sleepin'. Man, you don't know where I come from, you don't know what I've been through. Realize I don't say shit about all the bread that I sent you. You getting mad, I'm sitting back, I'm fucked up, I'm getting trash. Gotta go watch 2 gold chains and I go real like Trinidad. Trick, I'm the man, act like you know me. Popping off like a semi, man, I rap like it's loaded. I mean my crew hot, your crew not. We too sick, no flu shot. On this side, it's all big, man, I ain't dissing on Tupac. Just East Coast, all East Coast. These young bloods don't know better. Most of y'all got no chill, they'll get it poppin' in snow weather. Some kids just need love, they'll put in work for like no cheddar. Looking up to them dope boys, they got bands like Coachella. Yeah, just remember, I might have your girl for dinner. I'm the man year round, January to December. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. She took me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it. She take me out of my place, but I stay in my zone. Look me right in my face, she can see through my soul. I said don't think about it. I said don't think about it.
Check.
Hey y'all, we're back live. I'm here with Trilla and Miss T. Hey. Welcome, ladies. So y'all know Trilla just released that fun tape. Y'all make sure y'all go get that. That's the hottest project out right now. I'm not even going to size it.
That was just playing.
That was bussin', yeah.
I like that. I do like that.
Yeah, you know, we be networking. I'm going to give her cahoots because she been out doing her thing. She just top 40 in DC and PG verified by the media prince himself. So y'all make sure y'all go check out that fun tape right now. And then let's get into Miss T. So her podcast, make sure y'all go listen to that too as well. This Ain't No Podcast. Make sure y'all find that on iTunes. Everybody got a phone.
It's actually on Google Play, iTunes, and I think we're on the Google Play and the iTunes, which is for Android users.
Y'all, I work with her. She could cook her ass off. She's a caterer, and she's going to be opening a business real soon for catering and event planning. So y'all make sure y'all look out for her. Y'all can find her on Instagram at Miss T with the topics, all spelled correct, English people, okay? And Trilla at Trilla202. So let's get into this icebreaker. Do you guys like going out or Netflix and chill?
I like both, but It's depending on if I talk to somebody. Right now I'm single, so I talk to
Hey,
somebody.
get at her. She single.
But
Will, that's
I
at her
am single.
discretion.
Yeah, I talk to somebody, but they don't live in the state, so I'm always Netflix and chilling by myself.
FaceTime.
Exactly.
I think it's a good mix of both too. It's like a mood thing. Like it's just like a mood. Like you feel like you going out with Netflix and chill. Like especially when, like in the rain or something. Bad weather.
And a money thing too,
In the
because you gotta spend money when
rain.
you go out.
That's true.
So you gotta think about if the bills is due, you be like, no, I'm staying.
That's a good point.
But I like impromptu. I like being in the house and just laying up because we always out and I just hate being out. It's
I don't mind going out, like, after work when I hit that happy hour. As long as I'm home by like 10, 11, or midnight, I'm good.
I'm getting into the bars now. I've been going out like every Friday to the bar. It's
You didn't call me.
What all the lit happy hours?
I love some Ivy City Smokehouse. If y'all don't know where
We
that
always
is.
going there. We
Ivy
always
City
going there. They
Smokehouse.
food
I
good.
repping them because I love their food and the owner and my favorite bartenders, Ray and
And
Tony.
they wings are the bomb.
Their food is
You
awesome.
gotta take them off with the fork, like
They actually
Yes.
have outdoor
Yes,
patio.
they
They sell cigars if you ask on the patio. So in the summer it's lit.
yeah, I didn't know that.
They have the bands there.
I ain't smoking no
Black
cigars,
Alley, Sugar Bear EU was there this weekend, so it's always something going on there.
Okay,
That's
well,
lit.
That's
It is. I
real- it's real
love
good,
Ivy City
right.
Smokehouse.
So, tell me who you are. Tell me about yourself, like who you are. Tell us who you are.
As you already introduced me, Miss T with the topics. I am born and raised in the DMV, DC, PG County. Single mom of one teenager who's out of control. I work for DC government. Formerly we work with each other. Now in transition in process. I'm also in the process of trying to start my catering business. I have been cooking since I was about 9 years old, thanks to my cousin Cheryl, my granny, and I love the cooking. That's therapy for me. My goal is to have my
But
own
you are
small
certified, though.
catering business. I have my safe serve and everything. I also have my culinary certificate. I am considering going back to get my associates in culinary arts so I can kind of perfect my craft. I can do any as far as the regular country stuff
anything,
that
that
people
food
like.
be too good, okay?
But cooking is my therapy.
And we all need
35.
therapy, you guys.
Yes, that
we
is
do. We do.
that is true.
Yes.
And I'm just me. T. Aquarius, honest, spontaneous, love to travel, very open and honest person. If anybody needs me, all my friends call me whenever something goes down or they want to plan an event. I'm the go-to
Anything, you
person. I
guys.
am the
Anything.
plug. My friends always say I am the plug.
We stay with the
Anything.
Makeup, DJs, venues that have parties at, promoters in DC, and even some in Dallas and Dallas, Texas, and Houston. So that's me.
Lit. Okay, Trilla, tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Okay. Like I ain't ready. So I'm Trilla. I'm a rapper. Straight out of DC. Now, I guess this is Cozy Couch Chatter, so we can get real. The lady Sabrina is my girl. This is my best friend, my business partner, and my manager. So we do a lot of working and rolling and hanging and going and just a lot. We have so many memories, so many stories. We building so much, and I mean, it's just crazy. I don't know what to really get into because there's so much we do. I mean, the fun tape is out. That's on SoundCloud. That's doing well.
So tell us about your rapping.
The rapping.
Your artistry. Tell us about that.
That's why you rap. Why did you
Right,
decide
I
to rap?
got that. What makes you passionate about your craft? But really, I want to know about you, Trilla.
Okay. So, okay. Well, I've been making music since I was a little girl. So I started out singing. I went to Duke Ellington for a year. But then I carried on to other music programs, and I did some things in high school with music and theater. I started out writing R&B music, and I had a keyboard when I was like 6 or 7. So I kind of taught myself how to play keyboard, but eventually I had moved forward from R&B, and I started doing hip hop because I couldn't really get into love stuff. I was so young. Like,
Yeah, that's what
what
I
do
was
I
about to
know about
say.
love?
At that age, right?
I would get
You
stuck.
can't sing nothing.
I really didn't understand. You know, you hear it and you can sing the songs out, but you couldn't. I couldn't write it
Right
from a
about it,
place of
yeah.
experience. So rapping was easier because you could have fun with rap. So I started rapping, and I got into some programs, and I appreciate the city for having that outlet for me. That was really important because it was a pivot in my career as a rapper at East Sharp. Shout out to Mr. U. He trained me to be a professional lyricist, and that was something a free opportunity to me of Edgewood. So
Dope.
that just goes to show it takes a village to pour into our youth. But I mean that brought me here, and it took a lot of time to come around, but this is where I am, and I'm following this passion. So we've been going hard, and that's where we are.
That's dope. Might have to link you in with one of my engineers friends.
Okay, I'm down.
He actually works with like Busta Rhymes, Devin the Dude.
Ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah, that's lit.
Okay, so again, like I said, tell us what makes you, passionate about your craft. So either one could go.
Okay. I guess it'll be right now. That's a really good question. Right now, the stories being told by women in rap, and I'm not gonna say really not even women. I can say people in rap. It's like a monotone. It's not many layers. You do have a few artists who step out, but I think that there are more stories, and they don't always have to be black and white, like a ratchet and a conscience. It could be in between. I believe in mood music, so I think we could hear more, and that's what really drives me. Like, it's more that we can talk about. I like to get into individual experiences. I like to get into like a little bit of storytelling or like points of inspiration. Not just all of this, get money, you know. It's cool, and don't get me wrong, I like a lot of artists that are out,
Right, right,
but
right.
that's one
Shout to
story.
NBA,
Right,
my
and Money
favorite
Man,
artist.
Gucci, you know, my faves, all faves. But it's just more out here, and people, they like it, they just ain't heard it yet. They ain't heard
It's
it.
a time for everything. Me, what I'm passionate about cooking. And like I said, cooking for me is therapy. Like, I can be in the house, if I have a lot on my mind and I have food in there, I'll go cook. Like, why? I don't know. As a child, my grandparents, they lived in Ocean City. And I was the oldest of all the grandkids. And it could be 6 in the morning and we go to sleep 12, 1, 2 in the morning. If my granny was cooking at 6 and I can smell it, I would get up and go in the kitchen and sit there and watch her cook or try to help. And I guess that's what made me passionate, just being able to learn from her. My cousin Cheryl was growing up, and like I said, as I got older, I would cook for my friends in middle school and high school. And one of my girlfriends, she was like, why don't you go to culinary school with me? And I'm like, I don't even like school. She was like, but it's cooking. You're going to have lab, you're going to be cooking majority of the time. So I ended up going to culinary school for almost 3 semesters before I got pregnant with my daughter. And I loved the experience, like being in there, didn't like the book part of culinary school, English class, math,
So
I
you have
hated
to
that.
really
But yeah, you
use
got to
that.
do the regular credits,
Right,
But
lecture.
my cooking lab was 5 hours, lecture class. My cooking hour was 5 hours, and I was out in Baltimore, hustling and bustling in culinary school. So that was my passion before my friend prompted me to go or asked me to go with her, and it still is. Even though I'm a single mom raising a teenager in DC, I still literally
doing
cook.
culinary.
Yeah, I still
Like that
cook
food
almost like
is
5 days a
right,
week.
exactly.
I do some
Exactly.
meal prepping for my family members, and I'm
And I
trying
was
to.
gonna ask about that. Like, are
Yeah,
you
I do
gonna
meal prep.
sell food and
That's what I
tell
was trying to
them?
do,
Or
but it's so hard where I live. My kitchen is pretty small. It's so hard trying to find kitchens to rent. It's as much as my rent in DC,
right.
and it's ridiculous. So that's what I'm trying to right now, pushing for funding or grants, looking for funding and grants to get a startup, to start my business where I have the money and the capacity and
Well,
space to do
anyone
that.
looking can help with that. Hit her up, okay?
Yep,
Okay.
if you know any grants or any place to assist, holla at me.
Okay, okay. So, I mean, we already kind of talked about your upcoming projects because you said you wanted to do the catering business, but do you have any other upcoming projects you want to talk about?
I am. A lot of people keep asking me because on This Ain't No Podcast, which is on Instagram, This Ain't No Podcast, iTunes,
Hey, hey,
Google
hey.
Play, I
Check
do
them out.
write and produce for specifically the Hump Day and Sex and Relationship portions, and I'm the only female voice on that show. It was started by a couple of my friends, one of my old coworkers, and his family members, and I literally, basically, one of the reoccurring host of that portion. So a lot of my family members, shockingly, one of my aunts listens to the show, my cousins,
I
a
listen.
lot of my friends,
I
you, a
listen.
lot of our old coworkers, and they always keep saying like, when are you going to start yours? So I'm working on possibly starting my own podcast. I do have a name and stuff in mind, but I've been trying to find a place to do it. So that is what I'm
Hey,
pushing
Nekedie
for.
TV.
And
Shout
it might
out
be
to the
here.
network.
If
Hey.
so, you will have Contrary to Women's Belief coming soon. We'll see.
Contrary to women's belief.
Yep.
I heard that.
I like that.
Okay, okay. So what about you, Trilly? You have any upcoming projects or current projects you want to dig into?
Well, I am planning on releasing a single pretty soon, Mystery Date. So, if you're watching and you follow me, which is at Trillo202, I'm asking for y'all's help to get my video to 500, I'm sorry, 500 views by Friday. So I can tell y'all the date when I'm going to drop that single. That single is hot. So, yeah.
I got a question.
Shocker.
I got a question for her. You said you used to do R&B, but you were too young. Would you do an R&B track now? Since I'm sure you look like you've lived, you look like you may have been through some things, and you want to shit on some niggas, or excuse me, or
No, you concur.
okay,
Be who you are.
would
Be
you,
who you are.
Or
or
Cozy
Be
Couch.
all
consider doing
real
an
on
R&B
the cozy
song?
couch chatter.
Which
Well, I'm not looking into getting into the performing aspect of R&B, but I forgot to add that I am an aspiring slash I guess current songwriter. So I aspire to write for all genres. R&B, I'm talking country beyond Old Town Road.
yeah, that thing crank.
Check
Everything.
out Old Town Smoke. She do
Yeah.
got one on her Fontaine. I gotta promote my girl.
Thank you,
You need to listen to that. You know, I'm a music junkie.
Fire. Okay.
You gonna love it. You gonna love it. We ain't gonna lie to
I'm
you.
listening. You got to send it to me when we leave.
Okay, so let's just briefly get into this. We do have Lambo Cheryl coming. She is on her way, y'all. We're going to introduce her real soon. So just wait for her. But we're going to dig into these toxic parents right fast.
Okay.
I'm not going to say we all have them because I don't want to put that on all of us, but we all have them. um, they don't really have a definition on like a healthy parent, but they have something, and I'm just gonna read it verbatim. The definition of a healthy parent is one who is emotionally mature to own up to his psychological. Y'all, I'm sorry. This Lambo Cheryl. Emotionally emotional maturity means that the parent can own his own. You just tell her the room. Can you tell her the room? I'm sorry about that, y'all. We all live, but I am expecting her, so she is calling me, and we're gonna get back into this. So sorry about that, but we all live. I can't do anything about that.
Right with the
You
punches.
gotta roll with the punches. Yes,
Right.
keep it moving.
So let's start this again. So the definition of a healthy parent is one who owns up to the psychological material, so it doesn't get projected onto the child. Emotional maturity means that the parent can own his own emotions and use emotion as his own internal messaging system, which facilitates self-awareness. The healthy parents knows how to love unconditionally and to mirror the child's authenticity. The healthy parent can create appropriate boundaries and appropriately discipline, i.e., teach a child while simultaneously honoring the child's authenticity. So basically, they are saying and I got this from Psychology Today. So these are psychologists who are giving their opinions. And again, this isn't stuff that you want to take to heart. If you want to get professional help, then go get professional help. Don't just take what I say and go for it. So, yeah. And these are people that are, I guess, educated in this field and they kind of studied this. So that's what they're saying that a healthy parent is. But
Everybody has
what you
their own
think
definition.
right, because I'm not gonna get into this.
We getting into it. We already on the topic. It's when as soon as you started reading it, I was like, yeah, not mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all go through things, and that's the point of Cozy Couch Chatter. We want to get into it so we could address it and get help for it. Again, go get help for it. Like, we gone through some things, my mom and I, but we have healed. I have healed. Uh, we had work to do, and we gonna get to it. But I guess she loved me unconditionally, but let's see if she's toxic or not. So it say a toxic parent. These are 12 signs of a toxic parent. Do your parent tend to overreact or create a scene? Are they emotionally blackmailing you? Do they make frequent or unreasonable demands? Do they try to control you? Do they criticize or compare you? Do they listen to your interests? Do they manipulate you, use guilt, or play victim? Do they blame or attack you? Do they take responsibility and apologize? Do they respect your physical and emotional boundaries? Do they disregard your feelings and needs? Do they envy and compete with you? So those are the 12 signs.
I think I had like three of them I agree with.
Yeah, I noticed some for sure.
Yeah, I would say I can agree to a few of them for sure. Um,
I'll touch on each one when it gets to me or the specific ones. I'm gonna have to reread it though.
um, Cause I know
Stressful.
we gonna get crucified. I'm gonna get crucified. But I do want to address these real topics because people don't, and it took a lot for me to heal from my situation. I'm not gonna say everything was toxic about my childhood, but I went through some stuff, and I feel like with better guidance, I could have definitely overcome them a little different. But I'm only in my early 20s. I'm not going to give it all the way up. But I have a lot to go through, and to say that I have kind of healed from this is already a start because it takes a lot, and we're going to get into that as well. But, I mean,
Well,
It's a rough subject. I just want to let y'all know that this was a viewer's request, and you could submit in the comments.
well, I mean, I guess for myself, we gonna get deep. So, my mom, she and I went through a hell of a lot. Coming, like, I guess, from my period of like high school on, like ninth grade on, we consistently had issues, and we have come a long way. So I mean, I'm definitely proud to say that. Like, we are total dynamic, like total different dynamic, not totally different, but healthier dynamic for sure. It was a lot of running for me. I felt like I had to run away, run from my problems, and she didn't help because she would push me away. She was very, my mother was very, like, less on the affectionate side. She was a provider. I give her all her props, and, like, like Lady Sabrina said, like, everything wasn't toxic about my childhood, but she had some things that as an adult I can identify as, like, noted in the psychologist's little signs, things that she couldn't deal with that were imposed on me.
Exactly.
So,
Like it was inherited, and that's why if you were on
Generational
my
curse.
right, if you were like following my page, you would see that it say they installed those buttons. Like our parents know how to push them because they put them there. Like it's psychological. We gotta really get mental health people. Like go seek help.
It said
for
it's a
sure.
lot generational curses
Right.
where what I've actually learned at my age, I'm in my mid 30s, from my cousin. One of my cousins, she does my nails, and when I talk to her, I ask her things about the past, things that I hear my grandmother say that she tries to hide. She tells me about stuff that happened in our family that I never knew happened. And like I said, with the generational curses, situations with stuff that happened in the past with my mom being a single mom and her dating, and she always had certain guys or men around her boyfriends. I chose to raise my daughter, who's a teenager now, the total opposite.
Exactly.
Like, I've been single for so long, and I don't bring guys around my daughter. One, because of my mom and how many guys that she kind of pushed or forced onto me and my brother to be around
But even
without
if
asking.
you, right, and even if you
if we were
don't
comfortable.
know, you are healing from that. Like they say from research, I read articles and all kinds of stuff. Like they say, just creating new tendencies and setting those boundaries are the first steps to detaching. And they say detaching is not always bad.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Right.
I'm literally far detached from my parents.
Okay, but let's just take a quick break so we could get Lambo's set up. Once we get Lambo Cheryl set up, then we're gonna come back and break her in, and then we're gonna get back into this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, fuck it, we gon' back to F cause that's for freedom. G is keep your good thoughts cause buddy you gon' need them. And H is if your hood stars, buddy you gon' feed them. Cause it's bad enough when niggas get the check and get to leaving. J is for them jump offs we wanted as kids. Looking through the glass, seeing the life we wanna live in. M is more money, more problems. And N-O is no P's, and that's pessimistic profits. Q, quit thinking, and R you still with me. And S is stress less than T is the infinity. U is that it's all about you, and that's why a nigga fucked around and left out I. VW is very wise, and X is this exam. But why lie? You got zip if you ain't got fam, and that's the alphabet.
For so long, been surviving for so long. I know that good things will come. I've been trying for so long, been surviving for so long. I know that good things will come. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving for so long. They will come. Trying for so long, been surviving
If my songs go pop, 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 what makes you think I'm not okay with that? I took my backpack off, ready to change the game and run the track. Y'all thinking I'ma fall off? I'm Thomas the Edge. 2 seconds, you get your rocks off. That's why they said you're all soft. So I paint over the scene like I'm Bob Ross. I got weed songs, if you smoke good. I got peace songs, hope you ain't so hood that you can't kick it, get it, have a party. Oh shit, homie, don't hurt nobody. Let your knees drop while the beat rock. Need my scheme seem something like P-Rock. You gotta hit the G-spot, life's too short like an Ewok. Live it, let your nerves shake while the earthquake. Do the bird like it's purple rain. Now say something stupid about girls and drinks and slur your words and sip on Chardonnay. Now roll some up. What you waiting for? Roll some up. Eyes low if you roll like us. So when I say so, everybody jump, jump. About to turn a dream to a million, but we don't chase cream, so we feed it to the children. Paint new faces on the canvas as I write classic poems like Sanskrit. Epic, 3 letters, don't forget it. Pronounce soul, but I got soul in excess. The next best to the best, but the best ain't rain yet. So I guess we all kings, yes. A rising tide will raise all boats, but if you throw stones, nobody floats. Negativity breeds nothing but ills. That's why I paint the perfect picture with the team that I build. Say cheese and pose like a G and some gold dookie ropes like Run DMC. Too many homies on my team, made a whole fucking album with my family. Yeah. If you love life, don't ever let it waste, y'all. That's why you gotta make love, make peace, make noise, make art. Let me get a soul clap. Can I get a soul clap? Let me get a soul clap. Can I get a soul clap? Soul clap for me.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them.
Snake, good. I try to tell him both. I try to tell him both. Let's get it. Got you on what? Yes. One time. My homie selling chronic when my partners pushing property. My DJ making them sandwiches so that he can rock with me. Mom grading overtime, underappreciated. Damn, I feel the pain. Know that it's under alleviated. Feel like I'm under a microscope. Dopify my particles. So you'll see me pop up in little critical articles talking about who's the next to the best of beaming with that potential. Y'all pretending to like me is boosting my credentials. Had introductions with fancy, I've been acquainted with lavish and learned that wanting is haunted. We used to know you don't have it. I want bucks like in Tampa, never lower my standards. That's why I still got my eye on this little thing from Atlanta. I'm getting better, baby, nothing is new. And if you tell me that you fuck with me, I fuck with you too. I got the goods for you haters, I just stick to the roots. And when the mountains blow, blow the silver bullet and shoot. I'm like, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I. Round 2, man. Scotty always keep your head up. Know the universe is rooting for us. It's all the days we fed up that'll never let us let up. Working graveyard shifts to reach the top of the totem. Swallow emotion like I'm drowning the ocean. I'm autographing my initials like the MVP. Let's make it sure my reality on MTV. Until the death I'm repping local in the DMV. The kid connected from the Apple to the SEC. So many tens I see. My brother swanking me, just doing our thing. Now him and D-Rock earned a scholarship and got that ring. We elevating, we too fly for y'all to chop our wings. The celebration's overdue. Bottle pop like kings. I'm fighting lazy
killing 16s with gratitude. Never liked authority and always captain attitude. Never up for settling, but always up for rum and coke. And still regret it every single time I bum a smoke.
Let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I. Let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I.
See, Caroline, all the guys would say she's mighty fine, but mighty fine only got you somewhere half the time. And the other half either got you cursed out or coming up short. Yeah, I dig this now. Even though you'd need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize the real guys go for real. Down to Mars, girls.
Now my team on brothers I ride with, though I got no whip. Brothers we scheme, tryna cuff a bad bitch. All this light skin shorty that can rock them hips. Goddamn, but she frontin', say she only messing with the finest. Well, Caroline, oh Caroline, here's a nickel for your thoughts, I'll give you what I got. Cause Caroline, you a dime and I'm still the same boy rockin' Levi's in the fitted. Same boy downtown living. Let me show you round town. I've been around girls, but I can't front. I ain't been around too many women. Wait, pardon me, you a bitch with lips that I would kiss, but shit, your shit stink. So quit tripping, thinking that we on the same damn page. Dumb bitch, I'ma leave that shit blank.
Caroline, all the guys would say she's mighty fine.
She's mighty fine,
but mighty fine only got you somewhere half the time.
word.
And the other half either got you cursed out or coming up short. Yeah, I dig this now. Even though you need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize the real guys go for real. Down to Mars, girls. Work.
I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like. I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like.
Little rascals all grown, from the fights and stitches, from the bikes to a car that's tinted. Where I fucked Veronica but she won't admit it, cause I fucked Betty too, I'm just Archie with it. But you let me on, after you was underneath with my leather on. Too many games, I'm guessing if you play too many games, it's bad you'll get cheated on. Cause you're looking like a rose, but damn you a thorn. Since you got a halo, goddamn you got horns. Fuck it, we gon' keep the drinks pouring, plus the cup the new broad. And she foreign, yeah she foreign, she ain't local. At least she ain't local. Fragrant Chanel, so her scent is so cocoa. At 60 frames when she moves it go slow-mo. So crash in the ditch, cause YOLO, yeah bitch.
Caroline, all the guys would say she's mighty fine, but mighty fine only got you somewhere half the time.
And the other half either got you cursed out or coming up short. Yeah, I dig this now.
Even though you need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize the real guys go for real. Down to Mars, girls. Work.
I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like. I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see that roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe like roses really smell like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it vibe out like.
You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, yeah. My nigga, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good, I'm good, yeah. My nigga, I'm good, I'm good, yeah.
Coming up to me like you still making music, man. Ask them kind of questions, shouldn't even shake your hand. Thought you were the homie, still don't know me, it's so evident. 2 million fucking views and growing, follow my accomplishments. I mean, cause I do work my ass off. Back up in the game like my vocals got their cast off. All I've been is cast off by those who seem to lack heart, trying to give the world some hope, so to the dark I'll cast art. Hope it lights the way, bright until yesterday. Life's been dark and y'all can see I've had a lot to say. Few friends have been supportive, you can tell by how I word it. So being around that energy, I feel I can't afford it. Talking about I need direction, somewhere where is yours? I've had mine and it's the only thing that I've been working toward, and I built it from the floor. Y'all don't seem to help no more. CSR the movement, cause the internet's what opened doors.
You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good, I'm good, yeah. My nigga, I'm good, yeah.
What I mean to say is y'all ain't been about the dream. Even back in high school, y'all weren't really about the team. To those who were, you know I know, and your support means everything. About to prove, come from anywhere and become anything. That you can take whatever you love and make it everything. But we're part is bigger than us, we made it everything. You know it's because I wear my word like a wedding ring. Sticking to my creed, put honesty above everything. Cause I ain't been perfect, but at least I got a purpose. Rising stars in my contact list with hippies and we murk shit. Conversations with the greatest, can't wait to say I made it. Shouts to those who say I helped them get through hard times, you my favorite. Shouts to channels that upload me, and the haters that can blow me. And shouts out to a world and system you won't see control me. Blogs that show me love, and friends who love what we does. Everyone who sees us hitting the top before it
You're no
comes.
hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good, I'm good, yeah. My nigga, I'm good, yeah. You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick. Cause I watch TV, I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good.
Yeah, man, the world needs better laws. Maybe then we'll be better off. I'm hoping that it comes, but it never does. I just wanna be the man my dad never was. Hear my music, it's all soul. Just got new grills and they all go. So I got that beef with the po-po. They don't like my style, no, no, no. I don't really give a damn, I keep steering. Switch gears and the fans just keep cheering. No interceptions, no interference. I'm on an A-team, no Ed Sheeran. I'm headed for the stage now, they clearing all the bad women in the building. Man, there's bad women in the building. Let's get it started tonight. This one's on me, let's go downtown tonight. 1 shot, 2 shots, I don't really know if I'm counting right. We drink it down, so we can live it up. Why? Cause you never know what tomorrow brings in this crazy life. Hey, this life, this life, this life, this life. Hey. And I'm thankful, even when they say I'm crazy for living. Oh yeah, this baby. Life, this life, this life. That's all I got. This life. Hey. So let's drink all I got, yo. Everything that we've been through. Yo, ain't nobody shutting it down. The way I'm
killing it and anybody talking shit, acting like they innocent. Well, I just wanna be the one to let you know what sentiment. I'm kissing on your girl, then I lip gloss cinnamon. I love it. You set the bar, I'm above it. Backing down, I never does it. Plus, I'm buzzing. You got one, I got a dozen. If she's taken, I hope she got a cousin, cause she's hotter than the Arizona landscape. Plus, I better do the things that a man can't. I'm a chef and that dude is a pancake. We can keep it a secret just like a handshake. Shit, life ain't free, but alright, let's see what the world brings you. With a guy like me, we could dive head first, baby, I'm an OG. It'll be all good, just fly with me tonight. This one's on me, let's go downtown tonight. One shot, two shots, I don't really know if I'm counting right. We drink it down, so we can live it up. Why? Cause you never know what tomorrow brings in this crazy life. Hey, this life, this life, this life, this life. And I'm thankful, even when they say I'm crazy for living this life, this life, this life, this life. Hey, so let's drink to everything that we've been through.
Girls hot, my drinks cold. Girls hot, my drinks cold. Girls hot, my drinks cold.
It's summertime.
Girls hot, my drinks cold. Girls hot, my drinks cold. Girls hot, my drinks cold.
It's summertime.
This one's on me, let's go downtown tonight. One shot, two shots, I don't really know if I'm counting right.
Hey, welcome back to Cozy Couch Chatter with Lady Sabrina. I'm here live with Miss T with the topics, Trailer 202 and Lambo Cheryl. So let's get into this Lambo Cheryl intro. So she known for dropping a fire freestyle or two. She has touched some of DC's hottest stage to debut her rap career. She had just took on Ultra Ball hosted by Animes. She's also done Stadium, and she just told us to come link up with her tomorrow. So y'all be there tomorrow. And anywhere else you could think of, but she got that internal conflict on Spinrilla. You could check that out. We're going to get into that Trapzilla soon, but get that to 500 streams. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, this is so
I'm in that beast mode, okay?
Yes, thank you for having me. First of all, let me just say that introduction was. Can I curse on here? It's fucking awesome. No, for real though, I appreciate that. Like, even though you know me, I still appreciate you. You been paying attention, and I haven't talked to you in a while, so that's cool. That made me feel good.
My research.
I'm excited to be here supporting Cozy Couch Chatter. I can't wait to see, like, already, because first of all, I know I was late. I just want to, I apologize. I'm going to work on my professionalism in the future. However, I was watching it the whole way here, and I was very, I was into it, and I'm like, okay, I can't wait to get there and talk about that.
Hey,
so
sorry about the stall. I was a little nervous, but
we
got into it. So we got to break you in. Tell us who you are. Tell the viewers who are with us who Lambo Cheryl is.
I'm Lambo Cheryl. My actual real name is Cheryl, so that's a one up on everybody. But I'm not new to the music scene, but I am new to releasing my own music. So a lot of people I do know already, and I'm thankful for the support, but so I just started dropping music. Like she said, I just dropped Internal Conflict January. Trapzilla, I re-released Trapzilla again recently, because at first it was only on the mixtape, so now it's on all platforms. And I also got a new single on the way, so once I get that to 500, then we could drop Beast Mode.
Y'all, I want to hear beast mode. I'm trying to get beast mode.
Maybe we could hear that. Maybe we could hear that tonight. That's what you wanna see.
Exclusive.
Maybe you could hear from
a little something.
Got a few surprises in the bag.
What makes you passionate about your craft?
That's crazy. I wouldn't have had an answer to that except for a second ago when we were just outside. Yes, and I was giving you the tea.
Right.
So I'm passionate about music.
Already networking. Okay.
It just makes it easy for me to communicate my feelings or some of the things that's in my head that it wouldn't be easy for me to communicate. Like me, I was quiet as shit at first when you first met me. Or as far as talking about me go, it was like, nah, business 24/7. What's up? And most people know me like that. But with the music, I guess you're getting to see Cheryl.
Okay. So you kind of touched on the upcoming and current projects, but tell us what you have coming up. Tell us what they could find Lambo doing.
Well, like I said, I'm still new to dropping my own music, but I'm still hip to a lot of the things that need to be done. So right now, we're just all in preparation as far as it goes with me, my manager, and my team. We just been getting everything together that needs to be in place. Shout out to Ginger Bricks. That is my new show DJ now. So, got that together. Had to hop on that. That's the green team. And then right now, we're just getting the playlist together. Not so much a playlist,
green,
but
everything.
Green team.
everything green, gang. I'm a '90s baby for real. Everything gonna be a '90s reference, but definitely like we just getting together for a tone. We getting everything together because
Don't. It's okay. With age come wisdom.
That it does.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I can't even that be the exclusive for real. But I'm gonna keep it low for a minute because everybody think I'm like in high school still, so I'm gonna go with that.
That'll be a good thing. 10 years.
They like how you in stadium. Like, don't worry about it. I graduate next year. B, what's up?
That's a good thing.
So, I know you said you was watching on the way here, but we all gonna dig into this toxic parent topic. Back to this. We gotta get back to the topic at hand because, like I said, we gotta address these situations. Like we gotta overcome this and really build up and get back to where we need to be. Like if you see my commercial and if you didn't go follow me on Instagram at the Lady Sabrina, check that commercial out. But we gotta get back to how we were back when it was Black Wall Street. Like our people were upper echelon. Like we were top notch. Like we got to get back to it, and healing from toxic parents will be one way. So I'm not
Jumping right back in.
Yes. I know. You don't have to.
It's a touchy subject.
Right. Elaborate on the subject, but we all here, okay?
Oh,
hurt
okay,
nobody.
it's my turn now. Okay.
No. You don't have to. I don't want to pressure you into it.
Well, I like what you're doing as far as putting out. Like, I think that it's really important for African Americans as a community to talk about mental health because we really don't, and it gets dismissed a lot. Like just some phrases that just that I'm sure everybody's heard is, oh, everybody's got problems, or that's life, deal with it. So we don't get to talk about it a lot. And any type of mental health, or I think it's good to discuss and bring attention towards it.
Right, it's a sore subject regardless. It's a sore subject. I mean, but we gotta tackle it head on. That's what it's about.
I think it is options to address it, but due to the upbringing of African Americans, they tend to sweep it under the rug. They don't or back in the day or the early days when it wasn't where you didn't have health care that would cover things of that nature, they was like, oh, I'm not going to no therapist. But now we do have it at our fingertips, and I can honestly say I have a therapist.
And I do too.
I have a
And
therapist
I'm working
right
on
now.
it.
I do too.
And I guess
gotta see him more often, but
I
I
got
do
it.
have him.
Session coming
But
up.
I'm doing some other little things that is like other therapeutic revenues or options, I should say, and it works, I guess. Some days.
I'm still working on it.
I'm perfect.
With our president being in office, he is making it very difficult to obtain health care at this time. So that's just bringing awareness to that. But while my health care is pending, then I did used to have
we go
one,
work on
so.
it.
I guess to add, I'm sorry, but to I guess I'm kind of like piggybacking off of Miss T because this was something you had said earlier, but I guess it can tie in together. Like psychological traumas are like ingrained into our existence in America.
Generational.
So we were born
curses.
with certain traumas that we can't even identify to even go and get help. Like we don't even see it as a problem. Nowadays, things are coming to the light because of platforms like these. But beforehand, we didn't even know it was an issue. The don't talk about it thing, that was normal. We talk about it now in retrospect, like, you know, it's
The more you
something
get
that's
away from the more you get away from what you around now, though,
And I was just
and
gonna get
experience
into
the
that.
difference,
right.
the more that you'll be like, all
Exactly.
right,
And they
like
Something
let
is
me talk to
off.
somebody
I
about what's
right,
going
right, right.
on.
what I find crazy to me is even though people or back in the day didn't always want to talk about it, addressing it now or talking to some of my family members, telling me what stuff that happened in the past. Like I was 25 years old finding out that one of my stepdads was on drugs and they hid it from me for years. And that's the thing that in reference to, like I said, generational curses where what happens in the household stays in the household and it's not supposed to leave the household. That's how it was then, but they didn't really know the effects then also back in the day.
But
Like
they
what
say you
age?
have to detach from that. Like the only way to heal from that is to detach from that because that's the norm. Those are the boundaries that they set. But once you get out and, like you said, experience something new and experience something right, then you realize like, oh, because we all have good and bad. Like you realize this is bad. This is not right. Like I have to get away from it. And that's why we are here able to talk about it because it's just what it is psychologically.
I
Like,
think it's at the forefront right now. Like, who else? Charlemagne talks a lot about mental health on The Breakfast Club.
yeah,
He's
I'm
always
big
mentioning
on mental health. This is
how
something
he's getting help.
really, really, really big that we gotta get on top of. We really have to get on top of this.
And to add, we talking about, I think it's not one sided, but I just want to throw out there, like, when it comes to our generation, I can't say, but the father thing and how it affects black women, like, truly,
With dating.
you know, with
With dating.
dating
That should be a
on
whole
a
topic.
widespread, like, this is not
Right, right, right.
abnormal. Like, this is a widespread
But it's the same
relative
thing with
thing.
guys. With it's the same thing with
Right,
guys and
and they
how they
mommy
Perspective,
treat
right.
issues
women.
because they will put it on you and they like but like we say we attract that energy after doing all this research you know this is real like people know that you fix problems and that's why they attach to you like and it's just it is what it is like once we become aware of this and start making those decisions to address it that's when we can
Get over it.
yeah, yeah, but I'm still not getting over it.
I,
It is what it is.
I definitely got my issues. Y'all
I'm
don't even want
trying,
to get into them.
well, we
I don't think
into it now.
you could get
We
completely
into it.
over it because you can't just be another
Right,
person.
like-
Well,
Yeah, like
Right,
you
right.
always gonna be who you are. You went through what you went through, and that's what make you who you are, right? So
Exactly.
those pieces gonna
And
be
your
a part of
family
you,
is your
regardless. You never just,
family.
or you could be empty. I guess if you do get rid of those pieces.
I think the key to it is acceptance.
Right,
right.
I'm at the point where my toxic family situation is with both of my parents, which I feel like I'm the only child on both sides, and I've always been to one who has been working since I was 15 years old. I'm 35. I've always been the one that been the independent out of all my brothers and sisters. I've been through it where I've lost my apartment due to student loans. I've been through it where I'm paycheck to paycheck to take care of me and my daughter. And as the oldest child, I felt like that I never got the parental help through any of my life after I had my daughter. So at that point, like I said, with the way I raised my daughter a total opposite of how my parents raised me. And a
that's
lot of
what they say. You have to set those boundaries and do stuff that is different. Like once you
than what
do,
you
yeah, once
you were brought up.
exactly because I mean it make everybody uncomfortable, but they start realizing like it's shaking in here. Like
It's what
I
breaking.
gotta make something move. And let's just read this. It say, detach from toxic parents. Detachment is an emotional concept and has nothing to do with physical proximity. It means not. It means not reacting, not taking things personal, and not feeling responsible for someone else's feelings, wants, and needs. So we gotta like start holding people accountable for their own actions. Like I always say, I'm not going to stress over stuff I can't control because it's not in my control. It's nothing I can do about it. So why do it? I mean, it's not my problem. Just
Especially if like
honesty.
you speak your piece and you're telling somebody exactly how you feel, it's not on you to get them to receive it and to let it sink in and try to change their reaction or change their response or way they treat you. It's up to them to receive that and figure out how they're going to change. In my personal opinion.
Agreed.
Right. I think that's a good blueprint to have, to not, worry about things that you can't change. But I think the biggest problem, or I know for me personally, is when it comes to my loved ones. Then it's like, but I care. You know what I mean? So it's hard, and that stuff does start to affect
You
you.
have to have that self-awareness. Like, if we don't take care of ourselves, who will? And when we care for our others, we tend to do it to a point where we don't do
Forget about
anything for ourselves. And I'm at that point right now. Like, I'm in the financial bind, and ain't nobody able to help me. But when everybody needs something, they calling me
always call
first.
you.
Like,
Exactly.
but I really need help right now. Like so.
That's
I'm
always the case.
learning this, and
Learn to
like
say
I
no.
said, I healed from my toxic situation. I'm still healing because I have a lot to go through. I'm only in my early 20s. I ain't looking to get to that. But like,
I can't wait till I turn 20.
Really?
Here we go.
I just told her, say you making me feel
Oh
old.
no,
but like, I'm taking care of myself. I don't care. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but
You
I'm
have to.
pouring a lot into the community, and I'm not gonna say it like, oh, because I'm doing this, I should pull away from this. But I have to take care of myself because they ain't taking care of me when I rent due. I mean, and this due like so. Really.
But after you pay it, I'm sure they'll be over there.
Leave the ass out on the
But
street.
we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that
My
alone.
sanctuary is my sanctuary because I do all this like meditation stuff. Like, they don't be in there either. Like, I be praying them demons away. Maybe
Keep that up out of
I ain't gonna say they demons, but when I put that stage out, I be like in the house walking around.
And your chill and your
People don't ever
sound.
come back after that.
I mean, vibes is something serious. Vibes are for real.
They are. And if your vibe is bad, you got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be everywhere. I'm about to go all off topic, but real quick, I'm very sensitive to vibes. Like, I can't just be around anybody or be anywhere because it's like, it's physical for me. Like, I can feel it. I get sick. Like, I can't, like, and I can't fake either. So when it be like certain situations as an artist, you know, you gotta stay like real on your P's and Q's. But I just don't even go.
We done seen that in action. We done seen that in action.
So I'm gonna close out on this toxic parents because we have some other topics to talk about, but I want to just give y'all what psychology today say again. All this information isn't stuff that y'all should take on as like professional help. If you need help, go get help. We all saying that it's all help. Like, I mean,
You got health insurance, you can get assistance. You can get a
right,
therapist.
like this shit free. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that. Like, so just some quick, I guess, synopsis from Psychology Today. They say the ideal way to become independent from your families is to work on therapy yourself. Then visit your parents and practice what you learn. When you visit, pay attention to unspoken rules and boundaries and communication patterns. Try behaving in ways that are different from the role you played growing up. A healing relationship begins with you. Your feelings and attitude is what will, initiate it. Sometimes working on yourself is all it takes. So, y'all just understand that it's okay to let go of your toxic parent. Like they said, detaching is not about physical proximity, it's learning about how to react to certain situations. And she going, like they said, they push your buttons because they installed them. you know she gonna yell at you because she expect that reaction. Don't give her that reaction and just see how it goes from there. So,
That goes for
That's how
everybody,
you
not
make
just
them real
parents.
mad.
FYI,
I can tell you,
that's
yeah,
for
from
everybody.
experience,
People,
that
your
make 'em real
boss,
mad.
your boyfriends, your
right,
girlfriends,
right,
everybody.
right. We ain't gonna get into that workplace stuff because they made us sign little contracts and stuff. So I don't talk about that.
Recently?
No, you know them contracts I had to sign. It would be like these conflict of interest.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Right, and we got different management, and they been serious. So we just gonna play safe. Simple. So, while we was off air, we was talking about some different topics, and we're gonna get into the first one. Like I said in the beginning, this show, Cozy Couch Chatter, is all about women empowerment, Black empowerment, holistic healing, just becoming who we are supposed to be. And we talked about Miss Tyra Banks. She had graced the cover of Sports Illustrated, the first Black woman, in 1997, and she has also graced the cover in 2019. I mean,
Damn good.
Go Tyra.
right? It's
Good.
good.
I have loved Tyra since the first season of America's Next Top Model.
Exactly, and I was a
Lifetime.
fat girl.
Like, I love Tyra.
If y'all know,
When
y'all
Eva won,
me.
that was Team Show.
I believed in you. We all believed in you.
Y'all was a fat girl. My mama took me down to this little thing because I wanted to be a model so bad, and I was, like I said, fat. It was like 10th grade. My mama took me down for like this modeling, calling cash stuff, and I got accepted to Barbizon. Like, people don't know what that is, but I'm a Barbizon model.
Okay.
Barbizon. That's what it is.
Like, give me a definition of what.
So with they like,
an
it was
agency?
like real life a modeling school. Like, I learned how to walk. I learned how to do makeup. Like, just for like basic shoots, and I learned how to be a model.
My daughter would love that.
And I was fat, y'all. They selected me. I cried. They called me. I cried.
That was probably so motivating, though.
Give you motivation.
I remember. I do.
Motivation.
I was going to Baltimore on the metro, y'all, because we ain't got no car. We ain't had no car. So I went to Baltimore the first time on the metro. Thank God we met some people up there from D.C. because they started taking me up there, but...
Yeah, the story to tell.
Tyra Banks.
Oh, because of her.
Oh, because of that show, America's Next Top Model. We ain't had no cable.
Yes, that's really why I
Channel
watched it. Like,
50.
if anybody wants to know why Lambo was watching America's Next Top Model
never
faithfully,
watched it.
UPN, you know.
You never watched
You had that.
No,
CW.
I would see clips and stuff, but I never watched it. But FYI,
got
Tyra
real.
Banks was on Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Well, not for
Yeah.
a whole season, even though.
She was doing the college years.
She did a few episodes.
He was in love
Yeah.
with her after we long.
Didn't know that.
Really?
Didn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah, but next model was
that shows my age.
So, we're just about to wrap up, I guess. It's that time.
We ended with.
Oh, what time is it?
What hot topics been going
Oh,
on?
no.
What you got?
Yeah. What time is it?
Oh, it's 9:23. You still have to.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. My screenshot, it had me thinking that my clock was wrong. I'm like, what time is it? I'm sorry, y'all. That's this live stuff. I had to like lock my phone just now to see what time it actually was. Cause I'm like, I don't know, y'all. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. So anyway, after Tyra Banks, we're gonna just get into Megan Thee Stallion. She is an upcoming artist.
That's
She
my
is a
girl.
I think we could just say she's popping now.
She
at this
popping,
point.
popping.
It's hot girl
Okay.
season.
Yes, it
It's her
is.
season.
Came out of Houston with that heat.
And she became a rapper. She was influenced by her mom. Her mom passed away, and that's what encouraged her to go ahead and take on to that career. And I'm just saying, like, she is popping. Trilla introduced me to her, and I really don't branch out into new artists because there's no good artists, really.
It is. You just gotta, I listen every day. It is.
And she popping. So she doing this eco-friendly thing where it says she want all the hotties to meet her to clean up the beach. And we know Amber Rose did her slut walk, and she was kind of shamed for that in some platforms. But what y'all think about that?
I think for the Amber Rose or the slut walk.
Oh, no.
Well, because the Amber Rose slut walk was like, I understand the cause.
Her cause is for being
the
shamed.
ecosystem
It's something totally different.
Well, not really, because she wants
slut shaming isn't as bad as global warming, but is it
cleaning up the beach half naked? So really, it's no difference. I mean,
oh, you mean what people been saying about
Well,
like
what
in the
you
comments?
think about the
Because that was
concept?
OC. Did you read the comments?
I didn't read no
So
comments.
that now could be compared to the Amber Rose slut shaming thing, because the comments, dudes was going ham. Like,
On Amber
dudes
Rose
are
or
thirsty.
on Megan Thee Stallion?
On Megan Thee
Well-
Stallion. Like, she said she want to clean up in bikinis and stuff.
Yeah,
They
clean up
just
the
stopped
beaches
going
and
ham
bikinis.
like
But the
nobody's
thing is,
ever
they
gonna
do
read
that
the
when they
messages.
do like car wash events to raise money for different things. Like some biker clubs do
But
that.
do
get
this
females
go
to do
back
that.
to a bigger issue?
I think so. When you come to the
Exactly.
comments, because they was gross. It was stuff like, I want to,
Exactly.
Sexual stuff.
like, you want me to say it? Because it was
Sexual
OC.
stuff.
Like, it was stuff like, yo, like, what she say?
They've been disrespectful.
She want to, something about, it was like whatever it was, they was playing off of her words, basically saying stupid
Right,
stuff, like they want
right,
that,
right.
like all type of shit.
Like, you
Like,
gotta
in the,
be
like straight
sexy.
up, like nobody's going to read this type, like OC, like dudes be thirsty, man. It's crazy. Like,
And
you
that's
just
super
publicly harass
uncomfortable.
somebody like that.
They do that, I hate to say it or get into this side, but I follow Jada Fire, who's a retired porn star. And whenever she does live, like, I like her as a person. She's funny as I don't know what, but she's in her 40s, in her mid 40s, and she's a retired porn star, and she can't even do a video without guys saying sexual things, asking about her doing stuff, and she's like, and she'll in the middle of a video, she'll like, bitch, I'll turn this off if you say something else. I'm retired. I have other business ventures. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, she'll stop the video because of the comments, because she hasn't did a video in over 10 years.
So do you feel like, what do you feel like?
Well, I
If
feel
that's her
like,
fan
I feel
base.
like I feel like we shouldn't have to, sexualize ourselves to clean up the beach, but I think it would be a good
Cause.
Yes, exactly. It would go to something. I mean,
But then again,
Just
you are
scrape
on the
the
beach,
shit out they
so
legs.
whatever.
right, people
That's-
are already naked on the beach. Like, come on now.
But,
I
I mean,
mean,
that's beach swimsuits, is beach attire.
That was my thing. Like, what else would you wear to the beach? Like, you wear a swimsuit. You're not gonna wear jeans and a t-shirt.
To clean up though, it's gotta be like.
I mean,
gotta
it
be a lot
depends
of
on what
trash.
season it is.
It's taking a lot of us to.
I'm not cleaning that. Like,
In your regular clothes and tennis
Oh
shoes.
no, that's
you're
the
saying,
only
yeah,
thing.
that's a
At
no.
first,
So
I'm like, yeah,
I can
that's what you wear
understand
to the
bathing
beach.
suit
But
part,
then it's
but
like you cleaning up.
is she trying to
the
make it
trash
like
bag
a
all
sexy
be,
beach
like,
cleanup?
touching
Like,
your
was that
legs.
the...
So this gets really like deep, because for real, she kind of. I mean, now that we talking it out, right? She kind of sexualized it, didn't she?
Yeah,
With the
but I
bikini
still feel
thing.
like it gotta be a limit to. All right, okay. If that's the case,
Exactly.
as
Where do
females,
we-
all 19,
Exactly,
summer 19, can
exactly.
we just walk up and tell dudes, whip it out? Like, I'm trying. Like, is that what we doing? Like, I'm about to sit on you like 24/7. We just walking up the dudes in the comments.
Like, 'cause
Like,
I always say that I hate when men sexualize me because I'm not going around looking at no man junk. Simple as
Right,
that.
right.
Like, if you want me to look at your junk for real, it got to be right, and I'm gonna look at it like.
It has to be a general interest, like I mean, like a specific, not just in general, not general, like a specific interest.
Oh, 2019, everything. Like,
Oh shit,
it's
sure.
going- Why not? That's what they do. Like, maybe that's what we gotta do. We just gotta flip the script.
But I
The
think
script is already flipped, because half these guys act like females now anyway. They too sensitive. So it is what it is.
so. Like I think that the road, like we could say, it's kind of sad that she had to sexualize it to seal the campaign. Do y'all think? Do y'all
still
think?
cleaning the beach.
I need to
right.
see.
You know,
I'm
I
a
need to
fan
see the
of her.
flyer
Let me
for
just
this.
snap that
Like,
before I
No,
say
it's
anything.
not a
But this
fly.
next
She
part,
just went on her Instagram
do you
live
think
a
it's
and
video.
was
legit,
talking
or
about
do
it,
you think she was
and
just
we all
talking?
came from that. I mean, she may have been just talking. But, you
Like,
know, when you a public figure
and it's a lot
and
of
you
people watching, you
have
gotta say
those
something.
influence, like you know, you have to watch what you say because people gonna take it straight to heart.
And she is a college
I watched
girl
it
though.
on a few different
Platforms.
yeah.
well, I think I don't know. As we grow, you know, in life, she's a person. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong.
Everybody.
Some of these people out here is like phony as hell, but she's a person. I want to give her a chance and say if she step out there, like she at least taking it a little serious. Cause why? Now I don't know about the beach shit, but I do think she actually care.
I think so. I think that I really do, because when you think about the fact she's a college girl and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It could have been, she could have been a part of little community groups, or like, who knows? She could recycle to this day, like, you know.
They
I'm
already
not saying I don't
charging us
support. I
for
support
NBC,
recycling.
so they paying somebody to clean the beach head. But if that's what they gotta do in Houston, they need to clean the river because the water just is
Oh, 'cause of the-
toxic.
Well, we
and
know Anna
Cause
is.
of the,
We know we can't do the
hurricane.
beach cleanup for Anna.
I ain't touching
Ain't
it.
nobody touching. I don't touch any Maryland water.
Come out in
Any
bikinis for
Maryland
Anna
water,
Costa.
nothing.
River.
Mask.
Anybody
Ain't no
touch that
bikinis.
water?
No, you need.
My
done
Nobody
fished
grandparents
out that
lived in
water.
Ocean City, and I stopped touching that water. If it ain't Miami and blue, I don't want it.
But
I
as
didn't
an
even
artist,
touch Miami water.
Burley.
See
For
Miami
real.
to Puerto Rico, that's all I touch.
I feel like, not to take up too much time though, but I feel like looking at the situation though with her, like, all right, with her still being fairly new, I don't know how long she was playing out music before, to be honest. But still, like, with us just getting hip and just showing how, like, when you start getting to a certain point as an artist,
Yeah.
like, what you thinking about
Yeah.
how you can't really just say nothing. Like, I probably won't be on Instagram live and stuff like that, or like I want to, but at the same time, you know me in real life. My ass probably should never go live.
What you want to be, like,
What the platform
who
you
you
put
want
in.
to be. Like those artists take on that, and they know that's what would come with it. I mean, like,
But
I don't want to say it and that be, you know, offensive, but like, she knew she was gonna have so many followers because of the type of stuff that she do. Like, people easily draw to that type of attention. Like, so she already knew once she made that first single how Cardi did that she was gonna blow up and become this big thing. So, I mean, you have to expect it, kind of, sort of.
you can expect it, but you don't have to accept it.
Exactly. And I'm all about space.
And they talk about, or they talked about this with the situation with people talking about Cardi and her influence with kids, and she came on and wrote it, and she said, you know what, I never intended to be anyone's role model. Only person I can be is myself. I know that I have followers that are kids, that are teenagers, but I don't know how to be anyone besides myself. And you feel as though that I'm not a good enough role model for your kids, that's up to you to limit their...
Don't let your kids listen to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's what I love about Cardi. I love Cardi.
you have
Cardi's...
to be adults. Like,
she's a real person. She hasn't lost herself with being that big or blowing up.
I think it could be a little control. Those are, again, them people make them decisions. You look at Beyonce. She does not have to get on live. Everybody doesn't have to get on live. I mean, when it's appropriate, it's appropriate. When you in the bathroom, you know, with no makeup, just getting out the shower in a towel, that's your choice. Your publicist, they tell you to do that, and even did your manager. Like, that was what you wanted to do. So
That's what I'm saying.
they
She's
like to do
always
stuff like
herself.
that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll keep doing, like, how you think you're gonna go about it when you start getting to a certain point?
Well, it's gonna be consistent as to what I do now. I'm not really a really like live person. My Instagram is really
Not at all.
professional. That's how I was gonna stay.
Nobody, like, again, I said I'm all about space. Like, I gotta have my me time. Back to healing and doing things for yourself. That self-awareness. Like,
If it wasn't...
it's a month I don't post nothing.
I was about to say,
I
if it
posted,
wasn't...
I posted this stuff just because of this show.
To promote.
Like, other than that, I wouldn't be posting at all because that's... I just put a profile pic up there. Like, really, like, because...
And that's me.
And we out doing endless stuff. everybody want to follow me. You know how many artists want to follow me? I like no, 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 no,
I
no.
think you
Gotta have
gotta
that
be like
space.
that.
I
Gotta
think
have
you
that.
gotta have a point in time where you're like, take a social media break. Like my Facebook is deactivated. I literally took a break 2
But
weeks ago
Facebook is like
from Instagram. I've been on Instagram since before Android users could get on Instagram. That's how long I've been on Instagram. And I took a hiatus a few weeks ago, and I hate when I got back, my friends was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" They were like, "You ain't been on it like 2 weeks. What something happened? Did somebody die?" I'm like, "No, I can't take a social media break."
yeah, cause do we need that?
It's
Everybody needs
no.
it.
I use it. My
Everybody
bad.
needs
I use it to promote my music, but then now that I'm a musician, like
Personal.
I have to use it to promote my personality because I can't twerk. So it's like I gotta use my personality to kind of gain those fans that I can't get because I'm not a video vixen. Like
That don't mean nothing. Tokyo Jet is
Look, also,
just like your size, and I love her.
nah, she still got a little bit more going on. Shorty got that.
and that all come in moderation for real, for real. Like, make time. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but
You have to make time for yourself.
you forget
blind,
that.
Like you wanna just crumble. Like really, like I know you feel yourself feeling like that sometimes today. Not saying anyone in general, but
Oh, is
I
when
know
we always
it.
feel
You
like
feel
that.
like you going under some days. Just
That's
too
me.
much. Like
That's definitely me. I'm an Aquarius, and we're very detached. It said like in my stuff it says we're detached, but we're social. Which is, I can be social. I hit you. Let's go to happy hour. But then next weekend, nobody will hear from me. My cousin be like, "Where the fuck you at?" In the house, minding my business by myself because my child gone. Leave me alone. So take time for
we're gonna
yourself.
talk about that.
Take time
I
for
got
yourself.
so many other problems. Toxic ain't it. It's yeah, it ain't it.
That's why I am happy that you invited me to be a part of this whole thing because it is important to talk about mental health. Like anybody that's experienced, I'll let everybody know I am suffer. Well, I suffer from. I don't really suffer from it because it makes me tight and it makes all my music tight. But I do have a chronic anxiety disorder and manic depression. I've been diagnosed with that and I've been dealing with that for like forever since I was like 16. But I do want to encourage anybody who has any type of feelings or ever to always go talk to somebody. Don't feel like that makes you weak or anything. Like anybody know me, I'm like a little pit bull, I'm as strong as they come, and I'm like, what's up.
And that's
so it's
real.
like,
That's
yeah.
real. It's real, and she is as strong as they come.
All black women. All black women are strong. Point blank. Period.
You want to tell me you want that exclusive? I got you. Let you hear that.
Okay.
So, there's been a lot of weirdness going around. We have
Unexplained events.
right. We lost 3 people from the DMV area.
Oh, they were here.
They were taken away
Yes,
from us.
respiratory failure and
I didn't know that.
pulmonary edema.
Pulmonary edema.
Ghetto. But basically, the couple were from PG County, and apparently the other lady was white. I didn't know that, but no shade to her. Not saying it like that or nothing. But I mean, I know it's kind of strange, but it is strange. Like, what's going on here? Like, are they really killing us off like this?
Right, they went to the Dominican Republic.
Yes, and it says, and it's actually, I was going to pronounce it very quick. They, 3 died from respiratory failure and pulmonary edema.
Oh, like edema.
Because you don't say
I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know what the heck. Like, I'm not a doctor.
That sucks. Like,
I just think it's weird when 3 people.
Oh, it was the same
I don't want to speak on anybody's.
result. It was
yeah.
the same result. Listen, I don't care how much I say I don't like America. I'm
So-
not traveling.
but
out
that
of
don't
this
mean that you got it
country
from
until
there.
I have to. When I have to is when I will.
You might want to wait till we
other
switch
than
presidents
that,
too.
I'm not leaving this soil right here.
FYI, you need to travel and take
I
advantage.
travel outside of the state, the city. I mean, I've been all up and down the East Coast and some other little
You gotta
places.
go out
but
the country, though.
you see what's
Here,
happening? I mean,
No,
it
I
be
mean-
a lot of DMV people getting killed in places.
It's
that
not
I'm
totally
You too
stuck,
pretty and
but the
too
only thing
young.
about that
Trafficking
is
is real.
when you
Like,
go,
for
you
real.
have to go with a group and stay in a group and do the stuff that
Taken to
tourists
me.
do, and don't go out wandering and hiking
Right,
like the white people.
Be trying to be with the locals.
They was at
Nope.
they was in their room though. They was found in their room.
Yeah.
They was on the resort.
And they said that
They-
they had took something prior to, I think
On the way to before
the white lady.
so
I
it
think
could have
she
started
took something
here.
prior to getting there. Oh no, that's the
a
feet.
drink. Something. They killing them people.
Yeah, they going in the
My regards to their loved ones and their family, you know, and all
sure.
of that. But
Yeah, because they were from PG, and that's close to home. Like, they were in our area. So, I mean, we just want to, I guess,
Be safe.
send something off for them. Like, it's sad. It's sad.
yeah, I definitely hope that their family does find peace, you know, and finds
And
out
they
what
talking
actually
about
happened.
They can't get the bodies because
It
right
has to
now
go
they're
through,
being tested and they think that it's poisonous, so they may have to cremate them dead. Like, I mean,
All other states outside of here, they got to do autopsies. They can't release the
they
body
have
until
to
they
do
do
the
autopsy.
autopsy, but to find out that you have to be, cremated because of
Yeah,
some
that's it.
unfortunate disaster. Like, you didn't expect to die over country. Like, you on vacation.
They won't
now
even be able to see
her
them
kids
again.
Don't have
They don't even have an
parents.
option.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I did want to say one last thing too in regards to the stuff going on in the DMV. I want to send my thoughts out to Maurice Scott's parents, the young fellow who was killed over in Southeast. Was it outside of the school? Who was he 15?
Yeah, he was 15.
Young fellow who was up and coming, basketball star. Great from the reports of the stuff that I seen about him. He was a really good kid, and he was wrongfully gunned down outside of his school. So thoughts are with his parents and all of his family members and the DMV community. We gotta do something.
Yeah, because it takes a village. Just like Troy said earlier, it really takes a village. I mean, somebody got stepped up and say, like, you need to get in line. Like, come on now. Somebody got to.
These teens are out of OC, like out of control.
My bad. Looking at, because you can't really control no other human being.
But,
So,
I mean, in the beginning you can. So does that go back to the environment that was
goes back
placed
to
for
generational
us? Like,
curses, yeah.
Exactly. Like, when are we going to start breaking the cycle and start doing new things? Like, because at some point
And
we
correcting
have
your
to.
kids.
that's why you get so many people that leave, though. But I think that they need things to do. Is just the main thing. Like, if there's more things for them to stay busy.
I can say that.
For
I
real?
can say that having a teenager.
I think it's a whole part, a big part economic too. I think that like we look at it as a racial thing because it's easy to classify, and that's how they classify it. The man classifies it as a racial thing, quote unquote, black on black crime. In poverty, low class neighborhoods, quote unquote, wear blackface or a person of color face. But in reality, I think the conditions make it easy. I mean, for the reactions we see when you see murder, when you see crime, when you see poverty, it comes from the conditions, and we just so happen to be in those conditions. And those are the conditions that are shown, because for real, there are similar communities that are wholly white. We just don't know about them. You know, this is our experience, and it's all we hear about. But there are poor communities that share the same rate of crime, same rate of murder. It's a conditional thing. Yeah, for sure.
They just put
And they just said
African Americans in the media more. That's it.
Yeah, and they just said on the news that it's statistically proven that it's better to be born wealthy than
It
with
is to
time.
be born in poverty.
I mean, because of course we know it is who you know, and it is what you can do for them. So, I mean, look at Donald Trump. People don't know, but he got a small. Well, he said it. He got a small loan, and that is how he started of $1 million.
Of $1 million.
And that is how he started his business. And look what his
FYI.
investment did. Like, if we could invest more into our community.
That man has never been in government, and he is literally at the top serving office of the country. That is what money and network do for you.
Fucking up the country. That's what he's doing.
Like,
He's just the dummy.
He's the
the front man.
right. He's the puppet murder.
but can I say that he was needed to bring things to the light? Seriously. I mean, in a
I think I like
sense.
some of his change. I do.
No, not even about him personally as a person, but people used to act like racism and things like that were taboo. And when he became president, all of that ugly shit
hit
came
the
to
fan.
the, and it was hard to disprove it. It was like you can't disprove it now, and that's one thing I will say. Okay, thank you for allowing these people to act ignorant and actually prove a point, so that we can talk about it. Because talking about it, invokes some type of process.
Especially
The Black Lives Matter movement. That
You wasn't seeing up here. It wasn't. It was like don't really talk about racism. That's whatever. Down
Or it's
south,
down
like when
south.
I be down,
It was
I be back between here and Florida. Like,
Right,
you down
because-
Florida? Oh, you can't. You walk in a restaurant, they really be off the like. I be like, what is this?
Even
Okay,
the
cartoon
brown-
movie.
Even
Like,
the brown
Miami
ones, okay?
stink.
Like it is not no joke down there.
It was
like-
crazy, and we
We had a hard
saucy
time.
and
They surprised
spicy.
you know how to
Yeah,
speak English.
hard
They see us, they surprised that we know how to have a conversation like we got some sense or something like that. They not used to that because it's like you don't have no opportunities down
we
there.
ain't had no sense.
You're bringing back old traumas from last summer. Like, that traumatized me. We went back in time going down south.
Yeah, oh, you
was
will.
literally
But now
like
you seeing
a
that
slap-
everywhere.
a slap
Now
in the
you're right.
face.
Like now you see what's going
Like,
on. And it's to the
enemy, they
forefront.
treat you like
Never-
the dirt on the
I-
bottom of your.
never.
When the last time you been down south?
Where did you stay?
I go
now?
every year.
Did you stay on Miami
What part?
Beach or did you stay in?
I stayed both. I've stayed
Where's
in
the other
I've
little
stayed
city?
in Pompano in
No, what's
Hollywood.
that
I've
city we
stayed
stayed
in
in?
You should know then if you was in Pompano.
It was.
Well, you know what's funny?
Oh,
The bus
yeah.
driver's
Find
like,
some locals.
you can go get on the bus, just don't go to bus 14 because they'll take it a little Haiti to the hood. That's all she. And she was black.
You was in Little
but I
Haiti.
never
Was
had
the white
driving
people? I mean,
in
white people was
Little
friendly to
Haiti.
you and
It
stuff.
was-
I'm
yeah.
sorry to
Yeah.
all my
Little Haiti getting
Caucasian
the
fans.
gas. Some more stuff. there.
I go to the Cubans. I got cigar spots
Man,
out there.
you ain't had no
I've
problems with the
I
police?
went almost 10 years every year
Oh,
straight.
no,
to
no,
the point
no.
regular
Miami
stuff.
was
I've
racist.
never-
You lucky, and I
But
need to
they
go with you
say-
next time.
no,
Like
no,
you
no.
need to be with me.
I've never
They
had
say
a
a
racist
mind
experience.
enraged, a mind that's woke is a mind enraged. And
I've had a-
honey, everything down there has ticked off.
I've never had a bad experience. Okay, I've had one.
We was in segregation.
Man, I love Florida, but I don't fuck
It
with
wasn't
Florida.
a racial
man.
experience.
Shit.
And I go to Texas often, and they always say that certain parts of Texas is bad. And I have girlfriends and another one of my friends that I think he's from here who live in Houston right now. So I've been back and forth to Houston since January. I'll be in Dallas on come this Thursday, and it's not bad down there. But I've never had a bad experience. Houston, Dallas, nor Miami. I've had a first 48 moment in Miami where I thought I was gonna die, but it wasn't a racist experience.
Miami-Dade. Okay, we was right
Yeah,
down with
I was in
Miami.
Dade, but I was with one of the strip club owners who took us in Dade County to
Oh, no,
get
no,
some
no.
things.
We was with all them people.
No,
all
just
them
when you
people
in
is
their environment, though,
crazy.
like when you around the Caucasians and
It's
their-
okay, it's okay,
in
it's
their
okay to call us
environment, it's
black.
just like
They right.
They just like, why you here? Like, what's going on? They feel like they're being intruded
It wasn't the
upon, like,
Caucasians.
they
It wasn't the
doubt
white
you,
people.
they-
It was the Latinos.
Oh yeah, they don't.
The Cubans and the
Yeah,
I like all
almost-
races.
that I can see, but
almost
like
got
everybody-
time. But we
I
got
support
a
all
few
races,
moments.
and I just hope that everybody finds a way to love each other.
It's
no,
thought of
again,
talk.
no, hold on. Let's do our disclaimer, y'all. We want to let everyone know that these views and opinions are the views of the hostess. We're just
All
talking.
the guests.
We don't want y'all to take this as any official practices or anything like that. And if you are going through something, you should seek professional help. With that being said, we'll carry on with our discussion. I don't think they like black people.
in Miami.
They don't. They ain't used to it,
I've never
especially
had that.
like us. We go out and we integrate into the city. We like to talk to people. We all at your establishments. Like when we go out, we research, and Miami ain't give us no love.
We went
You're gonna have to
to.
go with me next time.
I'm gonna put the bar out there. What was the name of it? That first
the
night.
deck.
The deck.
The deck, y'all. They got free drinks.
Free vodka, right? So I get to
Vodka.
the right. I get to the bar, and I'm trying to get our drinks. When I say this man purposely walked, like did not serve me, he literally served everybody around me, and then when they were done, he just left as if I wasn't there. So that's when I'm like, I'm still not trying to act the ass because I could go from 0 to 100, and that's me. Like that's not right, you know. So give him a chance before I have to get put out. So I asked the guy, you know, eventually, like, do you see me? Do you see me? I'm trying to get a drink, and he told me, what did he say? You got an attitude? You talking to me like that? I'm not gonna serve you a drink. Okay, I went and got the manager. I did what they didn't expect. I got the manager.
I
He
do
was
that all the
good.
time. I write emails.
Yeah, I mean,
Paragraphs.
got the
I would
manager.
want everybody always be
every
careful
store
when
that-
you're in Florida.
Every store.
Only incident I had on Miami that was bad.
Don't go to jail.
Use that Caucasian voice quick. I'm telling you, man. Like, let them
Oh,
know
good to
y'all
know.
from the DMV. Just be like, sir, excuse me. Like you said, let me speak to your manager. I came in this establishment and was treated unfairly.
Establishment, not building.
Only
Hence the euphemism.
You be like, oh, you got me fucked up.
only incident I had was
Real
No,
quick.
we didn't get the police called on us. I was doing a
Proud of
lot
y'all.
in here, y'all. In Miami.
Did you go off?
Well, I did lots. It was
Miami
a,
a
it was
little
a
bit. I don't
tense
know. It
situation
depends on
going
if you're in tourist territory or not.
Let me tell you, the only I think incident I can think of, I don't think it was racist, but it was a bar on Lincoln Road that me and my cousin went to. I think it was called, I don't even think it was a second bar, and he paid with 100, I think, and they gave him fake bills back. When I say he was livid the next day, he was like, I'm about to go up and
Are
shoot
you
the whole bar.
finesse?
They gave him fake, so we went to another place the next day, and the guy hit the thing, was like, this is fake. And my cousin, he's from here, born and raised in North, he looked like, what the fuck are you talking
They
about?
was washing the money in the restaurant.
We think they were washing the money at it was a lounge. It was a bar and lounge on
Don't
Lincoln
say the
Road.
name.
They was coming up.
That was some real bad boy shit. That's what it was.
was
Real live. They were giving money, whatever. If you had big bills,
was
they
this
was
at?
giving back. I can't think of the lounge name. It was a lounge on Lincoln Road.
Okay.
Well, we got to
That's
figure it
good.
out. Don't go to no lounges on Lincoln Road because they are going to
they
steal
giving
your
back
money.
fake
They
bills.
are going to steal your money. It's just
He
crazy
was
that we
That's
got to go
crazy.
through all this bigotry.
I
Like,
called. I
it's
left
been
messages.
suppressed for all these years. Where has it been? That's a question for you. Where has all this bigotry been? All this
Hiding
racism,
until Trump
right?
got in
And
office.
where they been at? Right,
ain't been
hiding until Trump got in office.
Teachers, our
They was in the
neighbors,
trailer parks. They was in the schools. They was in the banks.
right? They was living amongst us.
Running these establishments.
The institution of racism has always been pretty like strong. Like the racist acts are petty, but the institutions are what like are long standing. Like they always been here.
Faithful to being racist.
Yeah, I mean, the system is just built that way. So even though it's easy to identify with the petty behaviors, I mean, like there are still areas who literally have segregated school systems, and literally the black
Again,
schools.
Those 9 states that still celebrate the Confederate Memorial Day, they still exist, and they're still doing it. They still haven't adapted. And that was 1868. I mean, we're in 2019. Like, come on, people.
The fact that a Confederate flag can even fly in America is clear, like, evidence to racism. What country do you know flies a flag of an enemy? Technically, right? Historically,
Right,
the
because
Confederacy.
we won the war.
Right, it was a
So
war against.
technically, they were our
We don't have a
enemies.
British
Exactly.
flag. We don't have. Who else we fight? Do we fight the French? Was that the war 1812 or something? I don't know. I ain't remember. But
Go
we
back
didn't.
to
We don't got a
history
British
class today.
flag.
I
up.
gotta research it.
For real, I'm just saying. It don't make
Ask Siri
sense.
on that
It's not a part of American history.
So we gotta wrap it up though.
Let's go.
We've been here for about 2 hours now, y'all.
We had fun.
The Cozy Couch Chatter, y'all. We digging into everything that's real. We covered the Memorial Day. We cover. I gotta
Toxic
let y'all know,
parents.
like, The real history of Memorial Day, y'all, that was ours and it's still ours, and we gotta get back to celebrating our black people who serve in the military because it's
It
overrepresented.
is.
And we also talked about toxic parents. But yeah, we covered a lot of stuff. We just yeah. So we just wrapping it up. So um, let's just close it out with this affirmation before everything finally close out. So here on our show, we live to make everyone as cozy as possible to take a stance. We are breaking barriers and changing cycles. Learn to seek help, whether it's mental, physical, sexual, addiction, or whatever healing you need help with. I'm here, or I was here with Trilla. You can find her at Trilla202. She just released that fun tape. Y'all go check it out. It's available on SoundCloud. I'm
That shit crank.
also right. It crank, it crank, it crank. We also here with Miss T with
The
the
topics.
topics, and you can find her on It's Not a Podcast.
This isn't a podcast.
Oh, I
On,
keep saying it wrong.
This isn't a podcast
This
on Apple
isn't a
iTunes,
podcast.
Google
Right.
Play, SoundCloud too. That's what I forgot. SoundCloud
I seen
and
it on
all the Hump Day
iTunes.
portions, and check out the regular portions.
And Lambo Cheryl. You could go ahead and hit that Trapzilla.
Oh yeah,
up.
make sure y'all run those streams up.
Run them strings up so
Run
we
them
can
up.
hear that beast mode.
Think we about
Get
to
it
go
to
into it
500.
now?
Yep. Lambo Cheryl. This
Cozy
is
Couch
the
Cheddar.
We out.
Trapzilla.
Yes. My
Oh, and
eyes
Lunch
lit.
Party.
Shout out to everybody that
Out.
watched. And to, like she said, Memorial Day, our soldiers. My cousin Trey, who just got to Afghanistan, miss you.
Oh.
Lambo Cheryl. This is her Trapzilla. Y'all
It's
check
available
it
on
out.
all
Check it out.
platforms.
We still live. We still on.
You know, it's crazy because
What we want to do or what God wants us to do, the power of passion of the flesh versus the spirit. The Apostle Paul talks about this.
It's me, but this what you want? It's not what you asked for, but it is. It go with the show.
What you said though, this wasn't complete.
Okay. It's on the
Came over as a Windows Media file.
She wanted Trapzilla.
You sent it over as a Windows Media file.
I know it's on the same mixtape as this. How you playing this?
Over YouTube, we don't know where it's
Oh,
we don't
I ain't know.
where-
I ain't know you was playing it on YouTube.
We
It's
don't
okay.
even know where.
That's on there too, but it's okay.
Okay, so tell us where it is on there.
Just search.
We can't search. We
Oh,
got.
don't worry about it.
Yep.
Are we still on?
No, it's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
Just let
It's
it
fine.
go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Okay.